Right, international break's over. Let's get back to business. Hello and welcome to the Fantasy Football Fix. I am Richard from the Dipsy Dudes and I am back from my own international break and I am ready for some fantasy football action. Firstly, let me say thank you to my Dipsy Dude associates, Adam and of course Rob, for filling in game week 11. I'm sure we will see more of them in the future. But right now, let's go way back into the past. Let's look at that game week 11 dream team. It's the least glamorous formation in fantasy football, as it's 5-3-2 with defenders dominating, especially Newcastle, much like Rob recommended last episode, as Colaccini came in with a clean sheet and a goal, and Janmaat a clean sheet, 2 assists and full bonus points. Back at the start of the season, it looked like Janmaat was going to be a right find. In his first 3 games, he got a goal, 2 clean sheets, 4 bonus points, added up to 16 points in his first 3 games. He then got 3 points in his next 4 games. But as Newcastle have improved, so have his points, with 3 clean sheets in the last 4 games. Alongside the Newcastle men, you'll find Trippier of Burnley with 12 points. Again, in the 5 games before that, he had 4 points, so a huge improvement from him. Leighton Baines continued his rich vein of form with his 4th double-digit point haul of the season. However, a surprise entrance saw Manchester United youngster Patrick McNair come in with a clean sheet and maximum bonus points. Hoping for an Iker Casillas style situation with McNair, the youth team player thrust into the first team due to an injury crisis and becomes a legend of the club and world football. So you know, no pressure, kid. In the midfield, Can showed that he could with his first significant points of the season with a goal and max bonus points. An old favourite had a good week with Seb Larsson getting on the score sheet, and Chadley defied Tottenham's awful form as of late with another spot in the dream team, as well as keeping his spot in the overall dream team. In attack, Sergio Aguero keeps scoring big with 2 goals and max bonus points. His phenomenal form is seeing his overall price go up by $500,000 since the start of the season. Alongside him, Shane Long showed there are other strikers at Southampton besides Pele, with a brace and max bonus points in just 23 minutes. Right, that was the week that was. This is the week that is. Let's check out the players for your consideration in game week 12. The game week after an international break, which means only one thing: injuries. Some of the biggest names in the game today are currently marked as either doubtful or completely ruled out altogether, including Cesc Fabregas, Angel Di Maria, Leighton Baines, Morgan Schneiderlin, Ron Blah, Danny Welbeck, David De Gea, Vincent Kompany, Duncan Tadic, Jordan Henderson, Defar Sacco, Nathan Dyer, Daniel Sturridge, Edin Dzeko, Fabrizio Colaccini, Luke Shaw, Daley Blind, Mario Balotelli, Andros Townsend, and so on and so on and so on. It's always the same, and with most cases, it's that dreaded of all fantasy football injuries, the slight injury. Oh, so-and-so has got a slight knock. Oh, so-and-so has got a slight strain. Oh, so-and-so has got a slight issue. It's always slight and it's always a big problem. I've got like 5 players in my team currently marked with yellow boxes because of these slight injuries. Seriously, it would be better if they broke their leg completely. At least then you know they're not going to play and you can make a transfer. With the slight injury, they could play, so do you drop your captain or your most informed player because of a possible dead leg? It's weeks like this which will see your bench, and in some cases your vice captain, come into play. So make sure your bench is ready. Get the players in the right order, as they could mean the difference between a 1 point gain or a clean sheet player coming in off your bench, or a goal scorer, or an assist machine. Rob took you through some of the cheap options for your bench last game week. I suggest looking back on that and taking up a few of his options. I know Burnley have just come off a home win against Hull, but now they travel to the Britannia to take on a Stoke side who just beat Spurs away last time out. And I fancy Stoke to keep that run going. I'm looking at two players in particular to impress. The first being fantasy football favourite Jonathan Walters, whose form has improved in the last 4 games, seeing him grab 2 goals and an assist and a couple of bonus points during those games. He's just over 5 million and he's only selected by 0.3% of managers. He has a strong shots per goal rating, but he doesn't get enough shots in for my liking. He finds himself out on the right, so if he comes in more, then points could be in his future. He has been dependable in seasons past, so I think it might be worth a little bit of a dabble for you this week. The other player I'm keeping on my watch list at the moment is Victor Moses, who I feel is so close to hitting good form I can almost taste it. He's grabbed a goal and 4 assists so far this season, which could be better if I'm honest. It's okay form. I mean, he does like getting down the wing, running with the ball, getting the crosses in, so that's really a positive. And I think he's playing better than his bonus points are currently showing, because he's not getting any at the moment. But if Juf or Bojan could hit some form and get in the box and start banging in some headers, maybe those points can turn around. Again, Moses is selected by less than 1% of managers, and I think he could really get into a purple patch of form in the next couple of games. He's only 5.5, so keep him on your watch list at the very least. Chelsea are home to West Brom this weekend, and you'll be looking at your Costas, your Hazards and your Fabregases of this world. But if you're looking for a player from out of the pack to get you some unique points, then what about this guy? He's Oscar.com. With Oscar, it's not that he doesn't play well, it's just that he doesn't play enough. 2 goals and an assist in his last 4 games, as well as getting 6 additional bonus points in that time, is a great return. He likes to cut inside, he likes to hit one from distance, he likes to dive into the box late from his attacking midfield position. These are all great characteristics. He's a really good all-round attacking midfielder that can get you some good points as long as he plays. It'll give you a great opportunity to break away from the pack, especially if you are sick of getting the same points with the same players everyone else around you has got. So remember, he's Oscar.com. It's the battle of one of the most informed teams in the game today versus one of the most informed attackers in the league today, as Newcastle go up against Stone Cold Charlie Austin, and by association, the rest of his QPR teammates. It certainly appears that the Austin era has begun, with 4 goals in his last 3 games, seeing him hit 8.7 in form. But he goes up against a Newcastle defence that has conceded 1 in the last 5 games. However, they are missing Colaccini this week, which could be a big loss, as he is Newcastle's most in-form player. Closely followed by Ios Perez, who's got 3 in 3 with 6 bonus points in that time. Can Newcastle stop Charlie Austin from scoring? Will QPR stop Newcastle from scoring? Looking for both teams in this game to score, but if I'm honest, I think Newcastle will edge it. Stick to your tune players, stick to Charlie Austin, there's going to be goals either way. so look out. And possibly, again, we spoke about him earlier, Janmaat, 5 million. Might be worth getting him back on side. Southampton travel to Villa this weekend, so stick with those Saints players in your team. Everyone's got at least one of them. Thing is this going to be something of a last hurrah for those players this weekend? Southampton play Man City, Chelsea, Everton, as well as Arsenal and Manchester United twice between game week 13 and game week 21. If they are the real deal, then the next 9 games are going to be proof of it. They currently have 4 players in the overall dream team. How many will there be after Christmas? So enjoy this game week with your Southampton players. It may very well be your last. Finally, it's Arsenal versus Manchester United at the Emirates, and the most informed player in the game today, Alexis Sanchez, goes up against whatever players Man United happen to have fit these days. I mean, you've got Shaw, De Gea, Di Maria, Blind, Carrick, Jones and Evans, all doubts. Rojo and Raphael are definitely out, but hey, Chris Smalling's fit. Bloody non-league playing useless waste of space douchebag that he is. So who at United is gonna step up? What about the future England international top goal scorer of all time, Wayne Rooney? He's scored 6 in 6 for England since the World Cup, and as Roy Hodgson would say, he's been playing very, very well. He's been playing very, very well. Very, very pleased with the way he's playing. He's playing very, very, very well. That impression is getting better. However, at club level, he's scored 3 in 8, and he's missed 3 games because of suspension. Why can't he play for Man United like he does for England? Who knows? Danny Welbeck is the exact same. Scores way more for England than he does at club level. But at least Danny Welbeck likes to get some assists. But Rooney, he's amassed 10 points in his last 4 starts for United. He's getting involved in the game, he's just not scoring or creating. Probably because he has to do more midfield work for club than he does for country. His worth is going down, and only 13% of managers have him, which for a player of his value is poor. He does like scoring against Arsenal though, absolutely loves it. He's in double digits for career goals against Arsenal, whether it's home or away. Seriously, he just loves it. He loves scoring against the Gunners. He can't get enough of it. He loves it. I say that England's captain has to step up, and that this weekend he will step up. Get on Rooney to score. You just got to find the money to get him in your team, I suppose. But I do fancy him to score against Arsenal and get some points for Man United. Boom. The Dipsy Dudes Divisional Championship. There was movement in the top 3, but not where it mattered most, as Rentawag held on to top spot thanks to having 3 Dream Team players in his team and Aguero as captain. Latchford again did close their gap though after a 90-point haul with an informed strike force and defence. And into the top 3 comes Messing Around, who matched Rentawag's 85-point haul thanks to some familiar faces. Personally, I've been doing okay the last couple of weeks, living by the Herbie rule, but I've been let down by bad captain choices, only getting 4 or 6 points from a captain no matter who I go for. I've had a couple of different names, none of them have done it for me when I've selected them. It got me to thinking, and I have an idea about a new rule. Right now we have wildcards. 2 times a year you can make as many transfers as you want in a game week and it won't cost you any points. My new rule would give you a new kind of card. It would give you the opportunity for 1 week a season to change your captain mid-game week. Say your captain is Costa, and he doesn't score and he only gets you appearance points, so that's 2 points doubled up to 4. Pfft, rubbish. However, elsewhere in your team, you've got John Joe Shelby, and he's had an absolute stormer. He's bagged himself 4 goals, 3 assists, a clean sheet, full bonus points, an absolutely ridiculous week that no one could have predicted. For that week, before the final points are calculated, you can use your captain swap card to make John Joe your captain, giving you big, sexy points. It's something that can change not only your game week, it can change your season, but it becomes interesting as to how and when you play it. Do you follow the crowd? Do you do it with a unique player? Do you play it early? Do you save it for the last game of the season to overhaul a deficit? Who knows? Now, I'm not going to start a campaign that this rule must be implemented today. I just want to know, what do you guys think? Is it something you'd want to see? If not, do you have any new rules to the game that you think that could improve it? Do you think the game is absolutely perfect as it is? Let me know in the comments or at the discussion group at fiso.co.uk. All the details down below. But yeah, what do you think? Right, that's about it for this game week. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll be back next week for more of the same. Remember, if you like what you see, click the old like button and click the old subscribe button to ensure that you get the latest Dipsy Dude releases as soon as they are available. Until next week, good luck with your team in game week 12. I hope you get dozens and dozens of points and take inspiration from one of the great wordsmiths of our time. Cause the players gotta play, and the haters gotta hate. I'm just gonna shake it off. Oh, hoo, hoo. 'Cause the players gonna play.